Hello students, we shall look into the third module in energy and environment subject, that is environment and ecosystem. Okay, I am Professor Suresh Mane, working at GSIT Karwar. So the syllabus is, we will look into the introduction, multidisciplinary nature of environmental studies, need for public awareness, then ecosystem concept will see, energy flow, structure and function of a ecosystem, food chains, food webs and ecological pyramids. We will see various ecosystems such as forest ecosystem, grassland ecosystem, desert ecosystem, aquatic ecosystem, and finally we will see the ecological succession. First of all, what is environment? So, it deals with each problem that influences an organism. Like even we are an organism and we use water, air, soil. So whatever problems are there, this study encompasses that. It is essentially a multidisciplinary technique that brings about an appreciation of our natural world and human impacts on its integrity. It is an applied science as it seeks practical answers to creating human civilization sustainable on this planet's finite resources. See, we know that planet Earth is providing life, okay, and it has got limited, like it has got, Earth has a radius of less than around 13,000, diameter of 13,000 kilometers. So it is finite in nature. But the human civilization is growing. The population today is around 750 crores and continuing to grow, especially in developing countries like India and the Asia continent. So, human have got lot of impact on this environment. That we will be studying in the next module, definitely fourth and fifth module. See, we all call this as Mother Nature. We call this as Mother Nature because it is providing us everything. The air we breathe. As I speak right now, we are breathing. We all are breathing. So this air is purified and supplied to us by Mother Nature. This water we drink, food we eat, all these inputs come from Mother Nature. Okay, so it is very essential that we should be aware of environment. So what is the need for public awareness? As I told, then Earth's natural resources are dwindling and our surroundings is being progressively degraded by human activities. It's evident that measures have to be taken. See, we are seeing a lot of developments. I think you might have also seen in Karwar, Goa especially, due to wide roading, lot of trees have been cut. Okay, and roads have been widened. Even to construct houses, these trees are being chopped off. So man is having impact on the environment. This mining activity in Goa. Earlier there was all forest there, but today the trees have been removed and this open cast mining is happening. So all these things, man is having an impact on the environment. Often we feel that dealing with all that is something the government must do. We have the feeling that what I can do, let the government only do and take some action on this. But that is not the case. Prevention of our surrounding degradation, in which we have to all take part, that needs to become a part of all our lives. See, we are going to live for some more years, then our children are going to live in this environment. So, it is our collective responsibility, individual as well as collective responsibility, to take care of the environment. That is why this subject has been introduced in your curriculum. As an individual, we are able to play a significant role in environment management. I think you have heard of the Grunta Thunberg, one girl in 8th or 9th standard in Sweden. She spoke on environment. I think now she is an international figure. You can Google. So one girl, just in school, not even in college, she has made an impact on the entire planet Earth. The various governments are now listening. Even in India also, recently I heard some small school girl, she has taken up this issue on environment. It can be made a conceivable through mass awareness. So to create mass awareness, see, you are young people, you are students. So government has introduced this as a curriculum so that you understand this. And we are creating mass awareness. You can communicate with your friends, family. If every people feels powerfully regarding the environment, the press and media can boost our efforts. Please understand, media is one of the pillars in any country, democratic country especially. So, if anything good is done and it is published in the media, so it will boost our efforts. Suppose you take up tree plantation, afforestation, okay, you protect some lake, you clean some beach. So these are all whatever activities you do in the interest of the environment. It can be highlighted and media can bring it to the knowledge of masses, and it will boost our efforts. Politicians in a democracy respond completely to a powerful, publicly supported movement. So if the public movement is there, then definitely the politicians will also bow and respond positively. One can even join an NGO that supports the cause of conservation. NGO means non-governmental organizations. India has got a lot of non-governmental organizations. We are taking care of environment also. Instead of some are taking care of poor people, some on education, okay, especially for the underprivileged basically. Each of us in charge of spreading this message to as many individuals as possible. So it is our responsibility that we need to spread the message to whomever we can, is it possible, like our family members, our friends, so that we all appreciate and understand the environment and try to do something to protect and preserve the environment. So this was regarding the need for public awareness. Thank you.